Ghetto, you ghetto, just ghetto, ghetto. Bitch, you ghetto, you ghetto, the ghetto, 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 ghetto. One time, you can't stay with us. Those stuff that you made out of Play-Doh, ghetto. You don't understand how my metaphors because you don't understand Play-Doh, ghetto. Serendipity, serendipity. I got my plans for flip. I cannot do it as a queen. You and I both in the streets and get on my level, get on my level. I better wake and I got you some breakfast, something like that. And yeah, mama, like, tell know how you got a girl with that. She wanna be virtual because she classic. They can't stand by me. I made out of gold like you made out of plastic. Something that take me back in the brain. Taking out this big girl. Tiptoe front to back. I just one time. If you adjust me, bitch. One time. Just me. Go ahead, baby. Here she goes. That's something. Go ahead and interrupt me. Pink Hampton House. Bitch, you serving Ukraine. One time. So you mean to tell me that you came all this way to confront me? And you didn't prepare your statement? Bitch, you the dummy. No, don't go. You may as well stay down. Pull up and play. Catch the fat back. Get the general child. One time. Moisture like clay. What a day. I said we do this so I gotta see them. People don't know she's getting girl, that is it to me. I am causing me. Girl, one time. You behave. This is that monster that come out of head. But I am aware, I am tsunami, made in the image of God. Get in my way, get washed away. I cannot hold one time. And the ocean and the me, just like the free. I said, she thinks she bad. It's looking like a rosy play. She thinks she bad. It's looking like a rosy play. Yes, there's some holes in this. You got a dick in your hand and some pussy in your mouth. I said, it's a cut. I can't cut it. Came through, looking right, shoulders wide, no way. Shook her hat, what a pillow cut. Girl, you can't come at me, bitch, you can't come at me. I can't just be quiet. Learn to distinguish. Before I distinguish. One of my enemies. One of my enemies. One of these guns. One of these basic bitches, baby, you can come for me. But then, very much so contorting, okay? Kit Kat, Kit Kat, Kit Kat, get that, get that, get that. Knick knack, caddy rap, give it like a bone, step line, attack, dazzle, 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 dazzle. Not a door, no window, two, throw it out. Girl, you so ghetto, girl. You so ghetto, girl. Bitch, you ghetto, you ghetto, you ghetto. I said you ghetto, you ghetto, you ghetto, just ghetto, ghetto. Bitch, you ghetto, you ghetto. I said ghetto, you ghetto, you ghetto, just ghetto. The ghetto, you ghetto. Family, I want to welcome everybody back. 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 We're going to keep saying it because I know the devil is so upset. I know the devil thought I was never going to arrive on the scene. And to be honest, there's some moments in there where I was like, girl, maybe she's right. You know what I'm saying? She's coming through. You know what I'm saying? Try to pretend like she don't see what it's giving. When I say maybe she's right, it's very clear. It was never a question of my talent. It was a matter of, are these bitches in this generation gonna have a keen enough ear to perceive me? Are they going to be of the time? See, that's what I'm saying. Bitch, I'm not, I'm in this world, bitch. I'm not of this world. That's why these girls have a hard time understanding. Even though I'm speaking perfect English, these bitches act like they know less. Because when I come around, bitch, they always want to pay less. No, ma'am, it's not a discount plate today. You gonna pay? You gonna get your plate. You don't wanna pay? You ain't getting this sandwich, bitch. Not today. You can't sit with us. No substance you made out of Play-Doh. You don't understand all my metaphors because you don't understand Play-Doh. Serendipitous. I got my cadence well seasoned. I cannot do it at exert queen. You and I both know that's treason. Get on my level, ho. I've been awake and I got you some breakfast, so don't like it, let it go. You call for potato, so I call you Idaho. Girl wanna snatch back. She wanna be retro, but girl, you ain't classic. You can't stand by me. I'm made out of gold. And you made out of plastic. Stomping the pavement, cracking the frame, making that bitch bleed, girl, it's insane. Tiptoe front to back, I make you bitches look plain. If you address me, oh, you best have a brain. living haunted house. Miss, you served in Ukraine. How's everybody doing today? Girl, y'all know I gave up weed for Ramadan. And so thank you for the cash up, sweetheart. Definitely sow a seed. I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of things going on right now that y'all don't even know what's going on. And yes, even though the train is moving, that don't mean we don't need seeds, bitch, because right now I'm still a broke-ass artist. Let's be clear. The money is about to come through, but she ain't came through yet. And do you want to be that girl? Because this will happen. Let's be very clear. Do you want to be the girl that when this shit takes off, have to sit up someplace and lie and say, girl, I was there from the beginning and I sowed the seed when you know you didn't? And that's also a curse, bitch. And I'm telling you now, bitch, the locusts will come to your house and they will come looking for you. Don't be a locust. Don't be a girl that gets the locust. Be a girl that don't catch the famine. Be a girl that don't catch the, how should we say, death, bitch, by divine intervention. Don't even look back at this hoe. Unless you want to be turned into a block of stone, bitch, a cylinder of salt. What you really trying to serve, hoe? But you know what I'm saying? On real tip, definitely sow a seed. Right now, so much is going on. I'm not gonna break it all the way down because you know you have some demons spawn up in here. So, but I will bring the girls up to speed. I do have a manager. I do have a PA. It's all coming together. I mean, it's so many girls. It's coming together. And okay, so I see. Exactly. You said the locusts has been deployed. Oh, girl, the locusts have been deployed, and they're on their way to a few addresses as we speak. Look, it's so funny because I know there are some girls watching me, and as I'm speaking, they get so terrified because they realize every time this nigga say something, that shit really do be happening in my life. In other words, I told you a cursed dirt queen, and you actually are a cursed dirt queen. Now this bitch that got fired. Who knows? She probably ended up on unemployment. But now they made an error in her file, so now they didn't mixed her identity up with another girl, so now it's going to take about 3 weeks to straighten that out. You know what I'm saying? You know how slow the government works. I mean, how fast those checks get deployed. So you gotta know what time it is with this bitch. So she's like, please don't let this nigga say nothing more. Don't let this nigga speak. Okay, don't speak to know just what you're feeling. Please, girl, stop explaining because that shit keeps on happening. Yeah, it's going to keep on happening to your ass, too. And I'm going to keep hitting your ass up the style like boot camp troll, bitch. You really thought, you know that I'm a child of God, bitch. I don't care what you said. You can suck my dick 3 times, bitch. After that, you can suck my big toe. You know why? Because, bitch, I'm not going to sit up here and make these bitches think that, what? I gotta be nice to them. They're already cursed, bitch. I don't even have to address them, bitch. They're already dead. A lot of them. Death is on its way. They're dead. They're on their way to dying. Like, the battle is no longer mine, bitch. These hoes, and as they watch me, they're starting to get that anxiety. You know when your neck starts to feel that a certain kind of way, start getting hot? Yeah, bitch, you should feel that way. Because everything you're feeling is absolutely correct, bitch. I'm about to leave your ass in the dust. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bitch, you can suck all my toes if you really want to, bitch. I know you like feet anyway, bitch. And I got pretty feet, so you may as well go ahead and suck the whole foot, bitch. Why not? She wants to anyway. She act like it's a punishment, but it really ain't. She's like, oh my God, please don't make me suck your toes. Get up in there, bitch. Sucking like a lollipop, bitch. Sucking on that motherfucking shit like corn on a cob. Oh, bitch. I need to tell them something that will really turn their head, like really turn their stomach over, bitch. Sucking some pretty ass toes, bitch. Sucking some man feet, bitch. You know you like man. You girl, please. These niggas are like, they're like, oh yes. Oh my God. Yucky, bitch. You're listening. I'm not against it, but not for no dirt queen. I'm about to leave your ass in the dust. You know, I'm just ready to serve y'all the plate that y'all deserve. We have management, and she is legendary. She's plugged in. We still have to do work though. Like, just because we got somebody in the industry now managing shit does not mean for us to be lazy, and don't mean I don't still have to show up and give you a show. Up until the point that shit really takes off, I'm gonna still come here. And each time I come, sow a seed, because there's so much stuff that we're gonna need coming up. I'm not gonna go into everything, but just know there's so much shit coming up. Like, I mean, I'm booked from now. I'm not even gonna go into it. Just know I'm booked a few months out, bitch. And that means every month is something going on. That means every month is something to get done from the itinerary from the girls. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go too deep on it, but all I'm telling you is this is the time. If there was ever a time to sow a seed for real, really there was always a time to sow a seed. But now it's like, okay, it's a real campaign about to start, and it's not just me. We have a whole team now. And it's just crazy because I wrote her something today, maybe a little bit before I got on. And I sent her something, I got something in my email. And I sent it to her, I said, well, what do you think about this? You think this is how and she broke it down. Everything she said made sense, but what I loved about what she said was quite clear. My job is to get you where you need to be. We both can't be doing business. You be an artist, create. When the time comes for this, we'll be on. But it's not the time for that right now. It's the time for A, B, and C. And I just like the organization behind it. Like, and she was right, because I was going into a whole other thing, like, oh, what do you think about this? And she's like, girl, no, let's focus on this. Smart. I like people like that. I like people who know what's really popping and who's not gonna waste my time. Y'all are so funny. Girl, no. Girl, I'm 138,000 years old, bitch. You know that? Bitch, this is really like my 1,000 times doing this. Y'all just didn't know that. There are certain girls that walked the earth even before they were creatures, bitch. I'm not even gonna go into that. I'm done. You know, I feel like we're going too far into a different abyss. These girls ain't gonna understand me anyway, so I'm not even gonna go there, but let's just say this. Until I transition out of this world, we're gonna always serve you with the fierceness, bitch. We're gonna always inject you with the poise, bitch. We're gonna always hit you up with style. We're gonna always lay that shit down hard and strong, bitch. We're gonna always do that. I mean, that's just the way we get down. And that's that Jersey AZGA team. Hold on one second. We got things to talk about. Been getting in shape. Now that everything is coming together, I'm like, okay, girl, I need to be ready. I stopped smoking. I'm not saying I'm doing it permanently, but I definitely want to do it for Ramadan kind of thing. I'm eating now, but that's only because I'm doing it live. And I can't sit up here talking for an extended amount of time and not have no kind of like, especially since, really, my neighbor, by the way, brought me this. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm a child of God, girl. My neighbor, she was like, she called my phone. She said, hey, Q, what's up? I said, what's going on, Mama? She said, come out, friend. I got some stuff for you. So I came out. She was in my driveway. Bought me a legendary turkey sandwich. Yeah, no, girl. I ain't tripping on that. First of all, for me, 3 is my lucky number. I've been saying since I was out, I can't even tell you how young. 12, 13. Definitely well into my 20s, like before 20s, gotta be 18. I mean, so early. Everything big is what happened in my 30s. I knew that. So it's no surprise. I'm not gonna say it's no surprise. It's always gonna be a surprise on some level as far as who are the girls. Like, oh my God, I always imagined who would you be. But it's not surprising to me because I knew that everything was gonna happen big in my 30s. I have never danced this good, sung, rapped. I've never been more sharp. These girls know that, and they are confused as to why I keep getting better when they are on the decline, bitch. Don't let these numbers fool you, ho. We're not talking about a number, bitch. Okay, what did Aaliyah say? Not saying that this is, but I'm saying, bitch, numbers ain't nothing but a number, bitch. You talk about numbers, but some of these girls get pushed just because they got 100 million views, bitch, don't actually mean that it's the best thing going. And just because you got 50 views don't mean that it's the worst thing going. So these girls, what it is they just feel like, oh, Miss Dang. Let me scoot up. It's like I'm trying to figure out where I want to begin. So where do we begin? I want to try to hit this the right way, and I pray that God has my back on this, and I know He will. But I wanted to, can y'all hear me before I start to really talking? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me good? Because I don't want, I just want to make sure I don't, Yeah? Okay. So let's start with this. This world is full of motherfucking haters, bitch. Girls that know you deserve, but don't want to see you get what you deserve. We got to push past these motherfuckers. And I already know when the things, if I really were to tell you about the grace of God, all the things that are really going on behind the scenes, these girls will gag and die over 2 and 3 and 4 times, bitch. But I'm not going to do that because I feel like that's not what God is calling for on today. But what I will say is this. For my team, sow a seed. Come through, support. The more you do that, there's girls that are watching that you don't even know who are watching. Who, when we call for a directive, when the girls follow through, it just makes the whole thing look good. Like, okay, follow through with me. You can't. We gotta show these girls that we have what it takes. I already don't have the talent part, but it's more like as a community that is centered around, okay, is this artist, is this a person that is going to be supported? I know that once it gets out there, girl, it's going to take off. But right now, we're still in the basket with Moses, bitch, heading down the ravine. So there are still things that, there's still attention to detail. There's still things that need to be done properly. There's still support that needs to be garnered. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm at the perfect place. I can't tell you how much I'm in the perfect place. You just have to trust me and know that if there were ever a time for you to come through and support, this would be it. Now, who was it that I was watching earlier today? Let me go on my phone and see if I can remember. Hold on a second, fam. Okay. Where is it? This is the answer that I want to talk about. But since this came on my screen first, let's talk about this. These motherfuckers know they need to stop their shit. Talking about Twitter says Halle Berry finally got old. First of all, we all are getting old, bitch. What are you talking about? I hate stupid people. I hate people who really try to act like, bitch, we're all getting old, bitch. Contrary to popular belief, ho. And any bitch that want to sit up here and be like, oh, I'm 16, 17, ho, you're still old, bitch, because you used to be 5. And now you're old. Okay? Because guess what? When a 5-year-old sees you, they don't see 16, 17. They see a nigga who is, in their mind, like an adult. So what I'm telling you is, all of these girls up here trying to call Halle Berry old, I'm like, bitch, you wish you served the Halle Berry play. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I will grant you this wig is not tea. This wig is not tea, and for a bitch of her caliber, she should have known that wig was not tea. She's Halle Berry, bitch. She has been an icon. She know what time it is. That dress is even a turd, bitch. I'm reading the superficial things because you know this bitch is still beautiful. Are you dumb? Nigga, you couldn't pull a bitch that is half the woman of Halle Berry. As far as that classical what she's serving. Bitch, bitch, you got a bitch who's 22 and she look like she Halle Berry grandma. So why are you really lying? Talk about Halle look old, bitch. Your mama look old, bitch. Your mama look old. And you wanna know something else? Everybody getting old, bitch. You should hope that when you get to be in your 50s, bitch, you still have some elasticity in your arms, bitch. That your whole face didn't fall down to the basement hole, into the chimney, into the fire pile, bitch. You should hope that, you know what I'm saying? That the worst thing these bitches can say about you is, oh, it's a bad wig. Because sometimes the wig be right, bitch. It's everything else that be off the mark, sweetheart. The wig. Bitch, okay, bitch, we can fix this wig, Miss Thing. Let's be for real. We can fix the dress. We can fix a lot of things, bitch, but if you don't got the look and you aren't the girl, you just aren't the girl. And these girls want to be all up in their feelings like, oh, I'm the girl. No, you're not the girl, bitch. No, you're not. No. Since you want to come for Halle Berry, bitch, let's really talk about it. You gonna tell me that you think you can shit on Halle? And when I look at you, I'm looking like, girl, what you should have did was just sat in silence and let all the other girls get their kikis in because I'm coming for them too. But when I saw you up here looking like Gilda Jean, I know Gilda Jean ain't trying to sit there and read nobody, bitch. First of all, you're illiterate. You can't read, bitch. Your reads are elementary and podunk, bitch. Your reads are backwater and backwash, bitch. Your reads are old, used, and motherfucking reused hand-me-downs, bitch. You're nothing. And all you can do is hit a blog up and say somebody look old, bitch, because you could be in your youth, bitch, but you broke down, you decrepit, you're aching, you're in pain, you sick, you have nothing going for you, bitch. Like, I'm not gonna really hurt your feelings, sweetheart, because these girls that really want to sick, I'm like, but what do you have going on, bitch? Nothing. And you're ugly. Yeah, okay, so she's done. Don't you have a girl like, girl, you're old. I'm like, okay, so what would it be? I would rather be me than to be some bitch who's 18 and look like she my grandma. Bitch, so you young for now. And bitch, you got that Morgan Freeman syndrome, ho. You been looking old, bitch. Bitch, you been looking old since 5. You been old. Now, when you finally get old, it's just catching up with you, bitch. You never were youthful. Even when I was in high school, there were hoes that looked old. I'm like, this bitch look old in high school. But those be the main ones. But you know why? Because they're insecure and they want these girls. They want the Halle Berrys to feel upset about it. Like, oh my God, girl, you're just jealous. Because even when you were 18, you still were old. You had that Morgan Freeman. You had that, what's this thing's name? Morgan. Who is she? Where's the other girl I'm thinking? There's another girl I'm thinking. You definitely got the Morgan. I ain't trying to hear you, bitch. You got the Morgan. But there may be another girl for you that I'm trying to find her and pluck her out. So okay, you got the Rosie. It's a Rosie plate for me because the body served me Rosie. Oh, Donald, it's a Rosie plate for me, bitch. Okay. The body served me Rosie plate. The face served me Morgan. The hair. What does the hair? Since these bitches want to dissect and read, let's go. Okay. The hair. It served me Grace Jones on her decline. Okay. What about the shoes? You know, I almost said Payless, but I think that's an insult to Payless because bitch, Payless got better quality than this. This is not Payless. Bitch, this is the Philippines, bitch. It looked like you went to the Philippines to a bitch that didn't have no coins. I love my Philippine girls. I'm talking about the girls that serve you those chancletas, bitch. Those are some Philippine chancletas. So you got a Grace Jones haircut, a Morgan Freeman face, a Rosie O'Donnell body, and some Philippine chancletas, bitch. You can suck a dick, bitch. How about it? Yeah. Girl, flea market is to me too high up for her. Flea market. No, these are dusty chancletas with another bitch foot used to be in those shoes, bitch. So at least flea market, you be getting them fresh. Getting them cheap, but you're getting them fresh. Not with these chancletas, bitch. This bitch is wearing another bitch shoes that have her toe jam in it, her foot sweat in it, her DNA is in this shoe, bitch. You mean to tell me you traveled across the world to bring back some cheap ass flip flops? The read is on you, ho. The read is on you. Halle Berry, she finally look old. Keyword. You saying she fine? Thank you, sweetheart. Oh yes, 1111. Thank you for the cash out, baby. You talking about she finally look old, bitch? You been looking old. She just got that way, bitch. She just arrived on the scene, bitch. She been serving you youth for decades, bitch. And she really still serves you youth. But what I'm trying to say is, oh, what? Because she got a little crow's feet, bitch? Bitch, you have a whole crow's nest. Feet? What about when a bitch roll up in here with a whole crow family, bitch? What about that? Like, okay, so she rolled up in here talking about crow's feet, bitch. We get a crow's feet if we want to. And let's be very clear about it, bitch. The reason why Halle might do got some wrinkles, bitch, is only because she be on the beach 24/7, bitch, because she's living good and living her life like a golden bitch. You look old because you're a sweat worker, stressed out, in the sweatshop, mad about it. Thank you, sweetheart. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much. But you get what I'm trying to say? Girl, let me go to who I really want to talk about. I forgot about Halle. When I saw it, I said, girl, bye. I forgot these bitches. And they got the nerve to be trying to read her. I'm like, don't hate on her. Halle has had enough heartbreak. And I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, poor Halle. But something about her makes me feel like, don't do that. Because she's been through a lot. And I feel like to me, she's one of the celebrities that, for as big as she is, she really don't be in the public eye like that. So I don't really think she cared the way people think she cared. And for her to be that stunning and be that down to earth, to where this bitch would date hot guys, she would date ugly guys. She would date, thank you, sweetheart, for the scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, Halle, I feel like, bitch, Halle is, if you hate on a bitch who was like that, I feel like you just, girl, bye. You just want to hate. They just want to hate. Because I'm like, she is so nice. I mean, anytime I see her, she seems so like shy, and even though she's successful, she just seemed like, and it seemed real shy. I don't seem fake put on shy. I can tell the difference between real, like, and like fake. Like that Billie Eilish girl, I went on a whole Billie Eilish thing last night. And I'm like, girl, I can't. I'm not gonna go too deep on it, but I was like, I just needed to know. I'm like, she's popping now, but I don't see it. She has her voice is great, whatever, but that's not the point. The point I'm making is, I don't believe nothing about her. Nothing. Especially after doing my research. The last thing that I saw was, oh, she got Tourette syndrome. I don't believe that. She might really have it. Oh, well, if she do, then okay, I'm sorry about that. But I don't believe she has it. And I think that people just want to like her so much that anything she say, they're going to agree with. Like, oh my God, she has Tourette's. What a brave, like, I feel like she's using depression, anxiety, Tourette's, and all these things that are like, to be a selling point, which is weird to me. I find that to be extremely odd. And I don't know, it just does not resonate with me at all. And I'm like, okay, she got a few songs that I heard in her catalog that I thought were cute, but I can see beyond cuteness. I'm like, no, I'm watching this bitch in an interview. I think I saw her on Ellen. One of the clips I saw. And in the clip, I'm looking at her, and I didn't believe nothing about her. I don't believe her. All that awkwardness is fake to me. And then another part that really bugged me, I said, well, let me see how she was before the thing. Nothing like what she is now as far as I'm concerned. Now, before she seemed like, first of all, I found her to be annoying. That's the first part. Even though all her fans were like, oh my God, this is so great. It's Billie. I'm like, this bitch is fucking annoying, actually. Like, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. A white bitch can show up, and no disrespect to my white girls, but I'm just being real. Like, a white hoe can show up and do stupid faces. Like, this is literally when I saw videos from her. In her videos, that people act like she's such a genius, she's literally just sitting in the camera like a motherfucking chimp. Like a fucking chump, bitch. And I'm thinking to myself, so we gotta sit here and entertain the girls and give you 110%, but Billie Eilish can sit up here and just be like, and everybody just goes off. That is aggravating. That's why people feel like she's a plant, because I'm like, what about her? Before she blew up, what about her made people look at her and say, this is a star? Nothing about her said star. Nothing. Nothing. She was an average white girl. Before they dressed her to a Picasso and put her hair green and did all these other things, she was a basic ass white girl. I don't give a fuck what no one says. You can get mad about it, but fight with your mama, bitch. But you ain't gonna fight with me, ho. Bottom line is, this bitch was basic as hell. Just like Lady Gaga. Same thing. Like another person who was engineered. Okay, big whoop. We'd already seen this. But what's killing me is how people are saying, oh, she is the voice of the decade. She is a genius. No one has ever done this in this way. You know, no one has ever been this big, this young. And I'm thinking, okay. So I guess Michael Jackson never existed. I guess a lot of girls who were child stars just never existed. Britney Spears even. I mean, for them to really hit it like, oh, no one has ever done this. And to be honest, I would pick Britney Spears over Billie Eilish. Britney in her prime over Billie Eilish in her prime. I'm going Britney. You want to know why? Billie could sing, but she's boring as fuck. I wanted to make sure how I felt about her, so I'm like, let me do my research. I went to concert after concert, interview after interview. Boring, fake. All of it is made up. I don't care what no one says. I can see that. I can easily see that it's made up. Especially when nothing in her past indicates her to be this person. Same thing as Gaga. You can always smell a Hollywood fake. All you gotta do is, who are you before? Show me anything that would indicate this was in you. Anything. That you were depressed and sad and awkward and had Tourette's. And then she went on Ellen. Now, it just so happens that many years ago I did some research on Tourette's syndrome. I like to research things like that. Schizophrenia, Tourette's, a lot of different little things. I mean, I research a lot of things, but so many years ago I had researched Tourette's. And one thing that I distinctly remember is them saying, you can't control it. Trying to control it is the most exhausting thing ever. Trying to make yourself not have your tics makes you have them even more. When you think about the tics and you think about controlling them, it makes them come out more fiercely and more. To hear her saying on Ellen, oh, I controlled it and I've gotten, you're lying. I did too much research on that prior to her even being a person like in the field that I know she's not telling the truth. I'm like, nobody ever would have thought this bitch had Tourette's if she didn't say it. 90% of those comments were saying, oh my God, we love Billie. We never knew. Who would have thought? Oh, she should be so proud. She should not be ashamed. Our love for her only grows. And I'm thinking, you fell right into the campaign, bitch. You a dumb hoe. You exactly the person that she was looking for. Talk about another part when she was on Ellen. She was like, sometimes I'll be doing an interview and then I'll just go into it. I'm like, bitch, you are so fake. I can't believe this. I cannot believe how fake these Hollywood niggas are. It's so interesting to me how, and people buy it and really believe like, oh my, everything that they say is true. Nothing is up for debate. It's true. I'm like, okay. And then another thing what I found out was apparently, her brother, one of the dogs with that later. Her brother apparently writes most of her music. And the way that they talk about her being a genius is like she's writing the music. I don't like that. I don't like niggas who don't get the proper credit. It's one thing when you try to push her out the front, but now that she has blown up, why are you putting it like, oh, she's so genius? And this, for the fact that her brother is writing the songs, where is he at in all of this? Isn't picking up the sound with the mic. Oh no, is that what's going on? See, that I asked y'all earlier what was up with the mic, and nobody said, hit that like. We got 62 likes. We got 167 girls in here. Make sure you hit that like, baby. Let me see, edit. How do I? Hold on. How do I do this? How do I? Let me see this. Because this is just going to make Let me see. I wonder if this... I'm just going to try something. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, let's see. Pop up. Okay. Let's see. How do I sound now, you guys? How do I sound now? Better? You said it sounds fine to you? Okay. Well, that's why I always try to make sure that I project so that way, even if I am by some chance talking to this mic, you can still hear me. You said you sound the same, but fine. Okay, well, if y'all saying I sound good, I'm not gonna question the system. So far as my team is concerned, because y'all are my team too. I'm sure she's probably an okay person. I'm just talking about her as an artist. I feel her whole thing is contrived and fake. I don't believe not a piece of it. I don't believe her dress code. I don't believe her hair coloring. I don't believe her act. I don't believe her depression. I don't believe her anxiety. I don't believe her Tourette's. I don't believe nothing. It's just a person who is really suffering with depression. I've been around people who are suffering with depression. I'm not to say everyone's the same. It's hard to put my finger on it. It's just a certain energy that you pick up on that is like a true despair. Depression is like a true despair. Let me tell you how depression manifests. Depression is like, for her to be doing all of this, if you're constantly and always depressed, how did you even work yourself up into this, bitch? Because the way she describes her depression is like, how did you even get out of bed? How did you put on your makeup? How did you color your hair and get your hair treatments? Depression is, bitch, I haven't showered for 3 days. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about, if I'm gonna eat, I might just eat trash food, some chips, some soda. I'm not taking care of myself. My environment is crumbling around me. Like, nothing about her shows me depression. And you can say, oh, well, but there's people in the industry who are depressed. Okay, I'm not speaking on them. I'm speaking on this bitch. And it's specifically to her, I don't see depression. When Amy Winehouse got on the mic and she talked about what she was going through, I believed her. You wanna know why? Because she really was going through that. There's a difference between a bitch who is writing about things and it's real and she can sit there and tell you about it and look you in your face and be like, yeah, bloke, this is what I'm going through. And this is what this one was actually about. And, this man, blah, 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 blah. And then you see the paparazzi and she got her and her boyfriend getting into fights. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm saying, what depression and when a person is saying my life is fucked up, I feel like I'm just spiraling out. You know what it looks like. It doesn't look like glam and it's like they're decorating her to look depressed. Like, we're going to put you in frumpy clothes because depressed people normally wear frumpy clothes, but we're going to put you in frumpy clothes that are Gucci and Versace and Prada because it's a brand. And we want to brand depression. And we want Billie Eilish to corner the market. But I'm telling you something, that shit is not going to last long because that shit, as her fans grow, they're going to grow out of that. Nobody really wants to be depressed, contrary to popular belief. So as they begin to grow older and realize that actually it's not cool what she's doing, like, okay, so you're depressed, bitch. Are you getting therapy? Like, what are you doing, bitch? You're rich. Oh, you have niggas like me who they can't afford a whole care package where it's like, okay, we getting the therapy, psychotherapy. I'm talking about where you go all the way back into your childhood and really try to figure shit out. She's in a position to do that and she's not doing it. And I literally saw another interview with her. She's also a hypocrite. I saw so many things. I did my research. I'm like, okay, so my mind is made up. And if I can talk about Iyanla, I can talk about this bitch. I don't give a fuck what no one says. Okay, so Miss Eilish, she came on. First of all, she's a hypocrite. She's like, oh, body positivity. Then in another clip, she's like, men who get these shoes have small dicks. This guy, I don't understand when I see ugly men with beautiful women. You're a body shamer. You're just one of those people who picks and chooses. Like, bitch, please. See, I'm not going to sit up here. I'm like, bitch, everyone's going to get red. Skinny, small, in between my shape, like everyone's getting red. But I don't like people who try to like do this whole, oh my God, accept yourself, love yourself, no matter what. But then if they don't like you, you know what I'm saying? Now it come down to, or if they're, you know what I mean? Like, just be real. Everybody going to get red. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody going to get red. Like, call a thing, bitch. Everybody gonna get red, and it's gonna be an equal read to where it's not like you picking on nobody. It's like I'm getting red, everyone's getting red. So for her to show up, I'm like, you talking about little dicks, bitch, but I saw a picture with her recently where I'm like, bitch, how old is Billie Eilish? 20? Yeah, she looked like somebody auntie, bitch, at 20. And you want to say Halle Berry is old? Okay. I saw Miss Eilish, bitch, walking looking like Frumpty Dumpty fell all the way off the wall and shattered into a million pieces, bitch. And you want to really sit there and act like somebody is old, bitch? These girls be in their teens looking like an auntie, bitch. Looking like a whole gallon of curded milk, sweetheart. If you know when the milk be sitting for long enough, this is depression. When the milk separate and it's water and fat, bitch, that's her. I feel like, no, ma'am, this is not, you're not going to sit up here and make this bitch. I'm like, no. Halle Berry, but Billie Eilish is a genius who is so beautiful. Like, girl, bye. Oh, of course. I guarantee you this. Once they see her audience shifting their mindset, she will change her look. And it'll be easy for her to do because it was never real from the beginning. Just like when Gaga saw her fans were shifting a little bit. And I told y'all, everybody said I was crazy. I legitimately said, years and years ago, I said, okay, well, y'all can say what y'all want. I said, but mark my words. She has gone so far left, the only thing shocking she can do now is be normal. What started to happen? She goes to the red carpet, now she's looking like everybody else. She's blending right in. Why? Because that whole thing is not sustainable, especially when it's fake. Do this bitch date niggas like her? No, she wants to date a jock because that's what she like. She's, oh, my monsters. This bitch would never date y'all. Bitch don't even know you. Please. She want to date Bradley Cooper, bitch. Just like every other bitch in her group. But she needs you to believe that she's like you. And she needs you to think that y'all have the same thoughts. Like, oh my God. But you really don't. You wanna know why? Because this bitch was all about the fame from day one. And she told you that. I can't even tell you when. fame monster, everything about her. She told you who she was. You said she was chasing for clout. Bradley paid a bitch after he sucked them toes. I heard Bradley is a feet man. I heard he likes sucking toes. So he probably sucked them toes first, but then he backed up. After, you know? Just so he can say he did, like, bitch, I sucked them toes. But then afterwards, he booked it. Bradley is fine in a bird way. I would talk to him. Just like Adrian Brody. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for the seed, baby. I think that Adrian Brody is beautiful, but in an interesting way. Bradley Cooper. But as different as Bradley look, he'll still get more pull than Lady Gaga because I feel like at least he is authentically that way. Like, I don't feel like he's putting on. I feel like when I see him, that's him. I'm trying to think of a person who, when I see them, I believe them. I believe Grace. I believe Bjork. There's like, but see, here's the thing about it. When they're believable, they don't have the major success that they should have. When you really believe they're different, okay, I believe Marilyn Manson. I don't like him, but I believed him, is what I'm saying. Like, when I saw him, even as a kid, he scared me. He did, and why he scared me was because I believed him. I would, you know, if he would have been a fake to me, I would have saw that and thought, oh, that's interesting. And I would have probably just moved on. But I remember one time in a magazine my mom had, it was a white person magazine. I can't remember which one it was, but there was this picture of him in the magazine with like these breasts but no nipples and like a private area that was kind of smooth. It was like I remember when that came out, it was really big. But when I flipped to that in his face and how he was looking creepy to me, he was scary to me. And I couldn't look at that picture for so long because I believed that shit. I believed this nigga really is into this and it's scary to me. So I didn't follow him. I couldn't get behind him. Do you believe Angelina Jolie? I believe Angelina. I believe Miss Jolie. And I believe her because she don't try. Like, I feel like her weirdness is weird, but I feel like it's like, you may not like it, but I believe her. And to be honest, I believe when she's more tame, that's her trying to be more tame. I believe she's more of a free spirit. Probably what we saw more in her early career. But I think as she's getting older, she has children, she's trying to be a stability force for them. So a lot of her free-going ways, I think she's putting it back for her children, is what I think. Pete Davidson. Oh, yeah, I believe him too. But, you know, I think he's cute in a weird way. Let me see. I agree with you. I think Pete Davidson is cute too. Let me tell you who I think is cute. Let's see. I already gave you Adrian. We already discussed Brad Cooper. Okay. Y'all already know, for me. I mean, this is not a hard one, but y'all know I love me some Idris. But she's a married woman, so I'm not going to give her too much. But let's just say if it was a clone Idris who was single, that was my husband. Okay, so Miss Idris. To be honest, Miss Idris might be the only girl. I feel like I don't really know that I have too many celebrity crushes. Maybe when I see them in the show, I'm like, oh, she's cute, but I'm not thinking about her like, oh, let me go look her up. Adam Driver, I know. Oh, he's fine. I thought he was fine from the beginning when I found out about him in Girls. Now, the main character in Girls, but you think that Grace Jones you feel like she struck you? Tell me why though. But you got to tell me why. See, tell me why. Make the statement and then back it up with, I saw an interview. Tell me something. He looks like a hairless cat. Okay, well, he can be my hairless cat. That's fine. Perfect. More for me. Mm-hmm. No, we haven't spoken in some time, and that's cool. That's life. And plus, I'm sure we both booked and busy, girl. Like, okay. Right. What does you think about Beyonce's husband? Jay-Z is not my team. No. He, to me, is too cocky. And he's not high enough on this totem pole for it. Like, what makes Adrian Brody cute to me is that he's fine, but he's kind of ugly. But his sensitivity makes him sexy to me. Something about his eyes makes me think. I mean, he could be abusive. Let me say, those eyes either tell me extremely sensitive or extremely troubled and abusive. There's two storylines there, but the one that I'm choosing is sensitive. But Jay-Z gives me kind of unattractive, and you cheating, nigga, vibe. Divorce and cut my check. Okay, 9 to 5, nigga, cut my check. The fuck? You think it's a bit of both? Yeah, I can see that. Because I'm like, Adrian, listen, baby, I'm here for you, but if you put your hands on me, I will kill you. So do not fuck with me. I'm on your team. Don't make me do it to you. Because it's going to be that first time where he's like, oh, don't do it. Okay, sweetheart. Took me a moment. Wanted to make sure I gave you a few options on how you want to die, bitch. You want to go by rolling pin? You want to go by knife? Or you want to go by stab, bitch? Because I'm going to kill you, nigga. Take your pick. I brought you 3 options. What you want? I prefer this. This is a swift, quick. Something like this is just kind of one of those, kind of one of these, kind of just want to, kind of that, you know what I'm saying? Or kind of like that. Or what about like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you take your motherfucking pick. I'm not going back and forth with you. You put your hands on me, I'm killing you, nigga. You tell me. You tell me what you want to do. You lucky I couldn't find my gun, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Bitch, you better be glad I couldn't find my gun. Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Because I'm about to get my gun. You still talking? Oh, well, Annie. Oh, well. Are you okay, Annie? Okay. Okay, girl, let me tell you, anytime I see a staff in nature, I always feel like it's God telling me to collect it. I have so many staffs, all kind of different beautiful woods from different trees. And there was one that I saw, I said, girl, I'm going to have to come back and saw this piece of wood off of this tree, bitch. Because it's coming for me. Okay, the pantsuits. Don't make me call the pantsuits on you, bitch. Hi, is it the pantsuit resident? Yes, ma'am. They got me on hold. Hey, how you doing? Miss Thing, I need to place a, nigga, put his hands on me. How are we gonna do this? Okay. How much that's gonna run me? I don't get the pantsuit special. Online, I had this ad. I mean, what was that ad that I saw online? The pantsuit special. What is that? Okay, can you send me the packet? Oh, the deluxe. Okay, I have one request. Is there any way when you guys are giving the pantsuit special that we can throw on a rosy plate? Because in all honesty, it served me a rosy plate. Girl, these girls can't take it. They just really don't understand. You said, get Miss Ayana. Rosie just... You said Rosie's on mouth? I guess you're right. Wait a minute. Rosie ain't been in no fight yet. It's only been Ayana. Ayana's the only one who... And she be beating these girls up, no shade. Okay, Rosie O'Donnell. Insert me a Rosie play. Girl, low-key, we might play Grand Theft Auto tonight. Don't quote me. It depends on how many seeds we get today and how many likes we gonna get. Because I see 112 likes and we got 178 girls in here. Hit that like button. And don't forget to sow a seed into the ministry, girl. You understand? But we may end up doing a grant because now y'all got me. You said Ayana let the fight unscathed, and that's why her confidence went up because she was like, "Bitch, I beat this hoe up, and I didn't get no black eyes. Bitch, I didn't put no Vaseline on, bitch. I should have got me something to drink when I went up there." Listen. That makes me laugh sometimes. A lot of times, really. Someone seeing. I absolutely am still doing station. There's been so much going on behind the scenes that I'm just trying. You have to just trust on this. Please believe me. Where my team and myself are working very hard to make sure that we give y'all what y'all deserve and that we are efficient. Y'all just gotta believe me, man. That's all I can tell you. Sow a seed. Know that money goes a long way, dude. Today, I was able to get, no, not this. My neighbor brought me this. But this, and like my juices and stuff, I was able to get that through the seeds. And that's important. When a nigga gotta figure out how they gonna eat, it's stressful. I don't need to be under stress. I need to just, let me tell my manager, she said, you need to just be creating, making new music. And I agree, because I'm so inspired. I'm like, I'm about to do, I don't want to say a number, but I feel like I'm definitely going to be creating some new music. And I'm not even going to tell y'all what we're doing, because it's so much. And I feel like I don't want to talk too much about it before everything happens. But just know that things are happening, baby. You got to believe me. You just have to believe me. You know? You think my Ayana or Ayana, you think Ayana Pantsu or Ayana Van Van is a lesbian? Wouldn't surprise me at both. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure that I get the show, that I'm making sure that I give y'all the plates. But we need support. You have to understand that to keep this thing going, we need support. Now, eventually, it won't be like this. And the way she talking, I mean, who knows how quickly things are going to manifest. But just in the meantime, that don't mean just because I have a manager and she's plugged into the industry. And let's be clear, she's going to get shit done. She's a child of God. It's going to happen. I'm not worried about that. But just because it's going to happen, doesn't mean it's going to happen today. Like, overnight, I have 100K in my account. That's not going to happen. Like, well, you never know. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't perceive that. What I see is we still got to work hard. We still have to be humble and know that, yeah, God is showing you that the promise is not going to return void, but that don't mean that faith without works is dead. You still have to do something. Oh, he made it now. We don't got to help. No, boo-boo. That's not what time it is. I still need, oh my God. Yes, thank you. Remember, send it to Cash App if you can, because you know now YouTube is going to take a percentage of this legendary seed. They're going to be like, 100K. Oh, $100. But that came out. You know why? Because I'm about to have 100K in my account by the grace of God. And money's not going to be a thing. I'm not saying that 100K means that end all be all, but I'm just saying that's going to be the first major, the first check that I get for 100K. We coming on here, we partying. I feel like the first 100K check, we need to come on here and just party for like 24 hours. Come on here and celebrate with each other like, yo. And I don't even know, we might have to make it more exclusive, because I feel like there's going to be some haters up here. They're going to be like, oh, he got money now, but look at her. Like, girl, yo, look at me, bitch. And you could have sucked my dick when I was poor. You're not going to be able to suck my dick when I'm rich, bitch. Because now it's like you better try now. You better try to get your licks in now. That's what I'm telling these demons. But I'm like, bitch, they are so upset about it. Like, what is she talking about? What does she mean? I'm like, bitch, you know exactly what I mean. I'm about to put my motherfucking whole entire foot on top of your motherfucking neck, bitch. I'm about to bitch, what? I'm about to eat. And I'm about to make a plate. I'm about about to eat. It's a fantastic. Wake up, girl, it's elastic. Cause it goes from east to west. You know that I'm the best. These girls really can't take me. They just can't take the boss vibes. I'm a humble and benevolent queen, girl. Get on the winning team, bitch. Stop being a troll. Stop being a demon spawn. While you're still ahead, come through, sow a seed, fix your motherfucking attitude, fix that motherfucking tone. Girl, please. These girls be having you like, so I see. They can't take it. They're like, oh, he's still elevating. Yes, I am. It's not over with. And now what you gonna say? Whole squad with me. I got Mama JC. Got the ancestors. What these girls gonna do about it? Nada. You want me to kick my shoes off so you can suck these toes now, bitch? They need a good licking. Cause you know you like it anyway, bitch. Nasty bitch. You probably love it. You probably like, well, I hope they're sweaty. Your toes sweaty, they sweaty, you been dancing today. Nasty bitch. So I see. Girl, that's how you pay these girls like, oh, for real? Okay. You have a vibe? Alhamdulillah. Bismillah. Play some June. No, I'm about to start. What I need to do is invest in a PS5. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So I see. Y'all send me a bunch of good games that I actually want to try. So actually, what I really want to do is start playing some of the recommendations which y'all have sent me in. The one that stood out to me, there's two that stood out. I can't think of the name. I'm so bad with this. There's one with that I think told me about, where, what is it? There's a kid in the orphanage. Am I tripping? Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Exactly. Bully. Is that what it is? Okay. Because I'm like, oh. Hold a second. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. That you sold me on that. See, I like you gotta get me, like, you told me enough where I'm like, I can look up. I was late. Absolutely, my love. I'm glad you made it in. You said bully as a key for real. When you start creating new music, can you please, girl? Okay. I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna just say this. Just know, I'm already. Trust me, I got you, baby. You know me. My music is me. So it's like, if you hear me saying something constantly, know that you're probably gonna hear it at some point pop up in a song, girl. That's just me, because that's just as a kid, I used to do these stupid. No, I'm not stupid, but I would hook into something and I would just sing it over and over again. Like when I was a kid, there was this program, this school program, and in the beginning it was this country song that was these cartoons, but it would come on, and it was just silly to me. They'll be like, I can't remember the whole song, but it was just like, who will be right there to make it better? That one part stood out to me. It was a whole song, but that one line was just the way all the different kids, there was a pig, a cow, a this and that, a lizard, and they all had different parts in the song. But for some reason, her part was just so funny to me. Just the way she said it and the way that her accent kicked in. It was a country song, but still, I feel like she sounded totally different from the rest of the cast. And it was just funny to me. So when her part kicked in and she was so excited to sing it, who'll be right there? I'm like, is she serious? Like, I don't know why that stood out to me, but it did. And so, stuff like that happens to me all the time. Like, if I hit you with a rosy plate, it's coming through with a rosy plate. Because I'm always talking about the rosy plate. It's going to be a motherfucking bouquet of flowers today, bitch. How about that? How about I served you a bouquet plate, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, get this bitch a plate. Send her back home to her mama. And when her mama get the report card, let her know why she got expelled. How you been getting any of the emails? Your daughter got expelled because she served me Rosie O'Donnell Rosie. It served me a Rosie plate. You better talk to your child. It's gonna be a long and hard road. You better get it together. You better get it together. Because for right now, it served me a Rosie plate. Oh, and you know what else? We have an engineer. Oh, no, hold on. What do you call it? An audio engineer? What is that word I'm looking for? Because there's so many categories. I just got to start sending them all the information. It's just so many things, so many people on our team that we have to contact. And I guess this is what it's like now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, you go from doing everything alone to now you have an animator. Now you have an illustrator. Now you have a engineer. Now you have a photographer. My videographer was so excited about all the good news because he got to go. He knows all the tea. And I told him, he was like, he's sweet, period. But you know, he was so like, oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for us, like for the team. And I like hearing people talk like that. I'm happy for us because it is us. It's a family unit. And all the girls who I tried to get to help me, and you know who you are. Any bitch who could have helped me and chose not to on purpose, bitch, I'm about to be bigger than any hoe you ever knew. Bitch, I'm about to blow past all your face. And any bitch that I came to and said, please help me. I have something here. Please believe me. And they tried to play me like I couldn't rap, I couldn't sing. It was just all comedy for them. Like, it's a joke. Ho, you're gonna be so miserable and bent out of shape when you see how God is about to come through in the final hour with the clutch, bitch. You about to be real pissed. Just wait and see, bitch. I can't wait. It's like, because God is gonna get so much glory off of me and my people. You don't see that? How can people not see that? Can you not imagine when this shit blows up how much people are gonna be healed and free from this? And this shit ain't like nobody else on the market. Because I'm me, bitch. I'm not trying to be like no other hoe you got out here right now, bitch. I'm the legend, bitch. I'm Miss Quadire, bitch. I'm me. I don't have to do this. With all due respect, bitch. I'm about to serve these girls a legendary plate, a plate that you cannot deny. And by the grace of God, it's like to be when I went had my meeting the other day, to hear somebody who's in the industry who's very plugged in tell me that you are a star and the world is going to know before long, bitch. It was just like confirmation on something that I already knew in my heart. Like, it's not even that that's the important part. It's more like it's for what it's going to do. See, what story do you think is going to be more powerful? Oh, I was depressed, and just fell into all this? Or these bitches tried to kill me from birth, since before I was born. Shadow me, tried to end my life, sent me death threats as a child. You think if you sending me death threats as a child, first of all, you are a weak fucking person. Weak. And you ought to be ashamed. Disgusting. You are a nasty human being. You're a nasty human. And you know what you did, and you will regret ever saying something like that to a child of God. You probably already regret it. Because for how long ago that was, that person already paid the piper. Or those people. But you get what I mean? I'm saying, like, which one is going to move the children? Like, this shit is real, and it's all documented. It's not like, oh, overnight I turned to a whole new person, and now, you know, I just by mistake fell into it, and one day I put a song on SoundCloud, it just somehow just blew up. I don't know what happened. It just started making its rounds, and, you know, when the girls see, you know what, a bitch that people said was never going to do it, who they laughed in his face, when everything was down, they did not take their foot off his neck or did not try to. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as the pressure, what was coming from, like, oh, like I do a show and then it's, oh, is he okay? What's going on with Quadire? You've never seen a bitch like me. You ain't ever had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't ever had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a boom friend like me. Da da ba 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 ba. You ain't ever had a friend like me. There's something wrong with me, bitch. There's something wrong with your eyes. Can you not see? Am I on drugs, bitch? You're the crack baby. You were born an addict, bitch. You were born with heroin in your bloodline. So you will not come for me, bitch. You're triggered by me because you're like, how come my mama couldn't just smoke a blunt and be okay? Why did my mama have to go out there hooking, trying to figure out how she's gonna get that next little batch of meth, bitch? That's a good question. But I can't answer for you. See, now girls are like when I come at their throat like that, bitch, but you're not gonna come for me either. You ain't ever. Fuck out of here. Let's read the comments. Okay, I fire above the haters. And you know what my manager said the other day? She said, she said, this is what's about to happen. In a minute, you ain't gonna see these haters. Because she said, it's like you in a plane right now, and right now you're on the, I'm elaborating on it, but this is her point. She was like, okay, we're on the tarmac, and you can see them real good. But as that plane starts to move and take flight, slowly but surely, they're gonna get smaller and smaller and smaller to the point that even when you want to see them, you physically just, they're so far beneath the conversation. Even if you wanted to give them the attention, you couldn't. Because you're moving too fast, you're too high up, the oxygen is too thin for this bitch. She can't even entertain you in your element. You understand what I'm trying to go for? So I'm like, manager lady is absolutely 100% correct. Beauty as far as art, the men were very muscular, so he would need to work out more to really fit that aesthetic. Come on, Aladdin. Okay. Yo, she wants to get me a movie. She's like, we're not gonna just. She was like, I feel like I agree. I told her, I said, you know, my mama sees me as Jamie Foxx. But she always calls me. I feel you. I've always seen you as Jamie. Like you could do literally anything. And she said, I agree. I see you that way too. So she said, she said one thing at a time. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But she wants to stretch me out for all of my talents. So we're gonna see what happens because she's definitely plugged in. So let's just say I can assure you by the grace of God, this time next year, even sooner than that, but this time definitely next year, it's not gonna be nothing like this. So while you have access to me like this before shit gets crazy and I can't really be on YouTube like this all the time, so people don't believe that will happen. They think that I'm gonna always just be able to sit up here for hours and just talk, but that's not true. There will come a time where this will be a thing where it'll be like nostalgia. I know people don't want to believe it, but I'm just telling you how it goes. One day it'll be like, oh, I miss those days where we could just wake up, put our coffee, do what we do, and just sit and chill with the legend. Because it will come a time where I won't have time. I'm gonna be booked and busy. Paris, LA, Milan, or wherever. Barcelona. Okay, Barcelona, bitch. South Africa, because I'm gonna go to Africa. I feel like I notice a lot of these girls don't ever perform there, and I don't understand that. And I'm like, I think that's silly, and I don't know why. Let's change that. I do want to go, and I want to put some Africa dates on. Why not? I feel like these girls, these are our people too. Like, you go to Brazil, you go everywhere, you go any other place. So I never understood why artists, the only place they'll go is like South Africa. The most white place. I love South Africa. I have a good friend in South Africa, or from South Africa. But I feel like South Africa is one of the most whitest countries in Africa. You said you got a blessing that's gonna. Inshallah, Joey. You gotta keep praying for me, baby. You said claimable. I know you believe me. I know you believe in me. I feel it. And to be honest, when we were in the meeting, I kept feeling my eyes want to cry, but I'm like, girl, keep it together because you gotta don't be too emotional about this. But you know, she's so much like family. The way it was so easy talking to her and like how she's so organized. Like she took my phone, took her phone, pull up the calendar. Okay, it was just like I never had someone step in and do that for me and say, let me see, let's schedule this. Okay, this week, next week, that week, this week, we need to get this done. I'm booked out from now, months, I have some months. So I have things going on for some months. And then my PA comes out here. Now, when that happens, I cannot wait. That is going to be a game changer as well, because that's going to be a point person for me where it's like, okay, pretty much that's going to be like my shadow, my right hand. You understand? Because And we've been talking, and his spirit is just so sincere and kind, and I just know we're going to do good works. My VAs, the young ladies, I feel like they're awesome. I can't wait to really hop to it. Everybody is just really hungry and ready to make this thing work and to give it legs so they can go airborne and take flight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody believes so much, and I'm just so thankful. I'm like, I can't, it's just weird to me because I feel like just yesterday I was like, I don't have a team, or at least not the full team how I need it. And now today it's like, it's pretty much like, I mean, I do need a publicist because that's what she said. I wasn't even thinking that. And I was like, okay, I think, I don't want to go too deep into it, but there's somebody on the team who might, but this person's department is going to be something different. But at the same time, I think what she's saying is we need a publicist that is a publicist, like who can, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what she's saying. But we're going to work it all out. That, to me, a publicist, now that we're where we are, I don't think that's going to be too hard. Like, I think a publicist will come easier than I think it will. I just have to continue to show up and do what God is telling me to do. That's all. I think if I do that, it's not going to be too much of a problem for me so far as getting the support, inshallah, when it comes to publicists. But you still got to stay prayed up. This is the thing about it. I don't care how deep you get into what it is. Even, let's just say you start making your money, you start doing your rounds, you still have to be humble. You still have to check in with your team, with God. Like, there's just so many levels to it. And what I love is what she said to me was, focus on being an artist and taking care of you. Let us, me and the team, pull everything together, and you focus on, I mean, she's literally flying out to LA today. So it's like, I'm so thankful to be that God told me 3 days. 3 days my life would be different. I met her. And at first the devil almost got in my head because I'm like, I don't know why people always start off really excited about me and then somewhere they feel like, oh, I can't do it right now. But it's funny, she said to me, really I wasn't that far off, but God pulled both of us by the collar because she said to me, I started to, in the beginning, I knew you were great. When I heard your music, I knew you were different. You were fresh. There's something about you that is different. And she said, and I understood why your sister didn't get it because you're great. And greatness is not meant, like, typically people who are not in that category won't get it until you commercialize it and package it up and send it out. But on the raw level, when they see you raw in a pink shirt, unique and different and all how you do organically, they're not going to understand your sound. They're not going to understand you. But that's not a problem. She said exactly the thing that she don't understand is the shit that's going to make you into who you are. So stay you. This is not the time to change it up. So just even her saying that made me feel like, oh, you get tired of being around people who tell you, change this, change this, change this. And before you know, it's not even you anymore. So for her to say to me, it's you being this unique and how you are able to be comical in your music and how you do it so effortless. She just laid it on thick, like, you are going to make it. So, and she was like, and I'm going to make sure of that. Like, so, and I believe her because of her conviction. Like, it was just making me get chills because she was just so much like, and then we talked about God and we both lost our mothers. You know what I'm saying? Both to cancer. And we just bonded on so many different things where she saw my heart and I saw hers. And so, stadiums that can fit all the girls, yes. It's giving divine timing, yes, absolutely. She speaks about it exactly. Vindicated. You know what I mean? Because even like dealing with my sister who, even though I don't really talk to my family, I still have love for them. And I know I still don't want the bad to happen. I love my family. I just don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I know she thought she was helping me, but she was really setting me back because she was making me question things that I knew, or she was trying rather, let me correct myself, because the reason I didn't work is because I wasn't questioning it. She was wanting me to question myself artistically, and I'm just not going to do that as far as, especially when it comes from an external source. If I say, I want to do a different sound, I want to do a gospel song, for instance. I want to do a gospel song. Nobody told me that. That's what I felt in my heart. And guess what? That's what I did. I didn't have to consult with nobody about, oh, what type of gospel song? Or even if I did say that, I already knew what I was going to do anyway. It was just more like, okay, what interests you? But I don't even recall saying that, but let's just say if I did, I know me. I'm going to do me. And it's going to come from my heart. Now, the thing which you might could debate is the quality, the sound quality. Like, we need to get you in a real studio. Fine, I'm not going to argue that. Oh, we need to mix you down. No, I'm not going to argue that. That's true. But you know these songs are hits, bitch. And you know that if I got on stage and performed this shit, these girls would never leave out there the same. The moment that these girls see me really set the stage on fire, bitch, is a dandada. You said, I'm glad someone told you that who actually knew what they were talking about exactly. It just made me feel like, oh my God, like, and every time we would say something deep, something would happen, like the women would just start blowing our hair all over the place, like something would happen to confirm. And even when we first, shout out to Miss Lauren. Miss Lauren, are you in the comments? Miss Lauren. She probably ain't here yet. Funny you would mention Bloody to the Mess. I'm not going to go too deep on that, but just know that there's some circulation around that song. I'll leave it at that. But Mother Lauren, are you here? Let me tell y'all who Miss Lauren is. So when I was at my meeting yesterday, we went to a Starbucks, just real low key. And as we're in there, we got to the front, and Miss Lauren, the legend, the legendary barista, she said, I just need you to know, and I'm paraphrasing, she was like, I just need you to know that I live for you. Love, 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 love. And now she did not know that that was the meeting that I was going into. But even just by her doing that, my manager started looking at me, and because when she said that, I'm like, do you know who I am? Like, you know who I am under this mask? And she was like, girl, of course, Miss Quadir. By her doing that was like more confirmation to my manager. She was like, when we got in the car, she started calling people in LA like, yo, I just left my meeting. And let me tell you, when we first got up in there, this is definitely the right move because we haven't even done nothing with him yet. And Miss Lauren, you made me look so good just by being organic and authentic. Just by you following what your spirit wanted you to do. You didn't know that was my manager, but she was. And by you being like just so sincere, like, Quadir, can I get you a free cup of coffee? Anything you want. And I didn't even know what to say. I just said, whatever you give me, I'll take. If you give me whatever you make, just make whatever you make, I'll take it. Because I was so kind of shocked. I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't be so, because the legend, my illustrator was like, you know what though, Quadir, you do have, and that's happened to me before, but I figured I have a mask on, you know, I dyed my face, so I look a little bit different, you know, with my eyebrows and stuff. But I guess my voice is just a voice that if a person hears me, they're gonna know it's me. So she was like, girl, Miss Quadir, yes, what do you want is on the house. Like, she was just so kind. And I was just like, I don't know, bro, whatever you want. She's like, girl, you don't have something you want. You like whatever you want. And I just, you know, but the point was that her showing me so much love and that nothing had even happened. The meeting hadn't even begun. And my manager who picked out this Starbucks, so she's thinking, what are the chances that we're going to pick a Starbucks that one of your people is in there? And like, what's the chances? And I'm like, and that was God confirming this is a divine partnership. Y'all gonna do good things together. Y'all gotta watch out for each other, and y'all have to protect each other in the team. And I keep, you know, I talk to my team pretty much every day. I try to reach, I mean, there's a lot of different girls, but I try to speak to different people on the team every day and let them know, stay passionate, keep it up the good work, because things are about to happen, and I need everybody's energy to be up, because once things start moving, it's not gonna slow down. I don't see it slowing down. Because without going too deep into it, I mean, we're talking about all kind of performances and appearances and showing up different places to be seen, blah, 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 blah. And so it's just not going to slow down once it starts. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my mom warned me about this. She said, Quadir, you rushing everything. And then once things start moving, you're going to be yearning for like, oh, remember when it was quiet and I could just sit there and just game if I wanted to, or sit there and just watch. And she's probably right. But at the same time, what are you gonna do? Yeah, she's probably right. Like, oh yeah, I do miss it, but I don't think I'll miss it. But I think by me doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I won't miss it that much. I'll miss it just the right amount. Like, not like, well, I'm going into retirement. I can't do this because I miss staying home, smoking a blunt, and gaming. No. Isn't that sweet? And she didn't even know that that's what was happening. She just was being sincere. Like, I love you. And then she was like, are you going live tonight? Are you going live tonight? And I'm like, honestly, I wanted to, and I wanted to like shout her out last night. Mother Lauren, legend. I was so tired, baby. That meeting went on after you clocked out. We still stayed there another hour or something. So we were there for a long time. You know, it was so much good juju. And you know how sometimes even when something really amazing happens to you, that it can be exhausting. Like the news is so great and overwhelming that you're still kind of tired. I don't know how to explain that, but it's like you still be feeling tired. Like nothing bad happened. Not a single. Oh, these bitches gave me a bag of chips with a hole in it, bitch. Girl, Bloody in a Mess is the song that just keeps on giving, girl, because it's so, anytime people reach out to me, somehow it's always about that song. I'm always thinking, like, is it Mother Pat? Is it The Fool? Is it something? It's so funny to me that song, but you know what I think about Bloody in a Mess? I think the reason why it resonates with so many people is just, it's a storyline that is so true. And I think that it's so poignant, and it never goes out of style, because as long as human beings exist, that storyline is going to be relevant. Bloody in a Mess. Bloody in a Mess is a song that is based on people who covet. You understand? So, for example, say it's like, oh, I want to be where she is. I want her life, her man. If I had that career, that life, that man, that car, that outfit, that hair, my life would be so much better. But the part that she don't know is, behind the scenes, this bitch is being cheated on, beat on, knocked out, knocked around, having to conceal and put makeup on. It's like she just got married, and even on the wedding night, this nigga knocked her out. And now she's bleeding. So why get your own shit? You know, you look to your left, these niggas fucked up. You look to your right, these niggas fucked up. I don't care what they tell you, but if you really pay attention and actually look, you'll understand and perceive what's really happening. These niggas ain't going away. This is 400 days. This is it. This is it. Oh, I wish I could be comfortable and just chill out. And that's it. That's all they do. They don't have nothing else. So it's when people start looking at other people and say, I wish I could be, if I were just like, what about the girls who say to me, oh, I wish I could be like her. I wish I was like her. Girl, but you don't know what I have to go through to get here. And you can't, there's no way for you to have it like me and not go through those steps, because that's how I got like this. So could you handle, as a child, getting death threats, being alienated, ostracized, and put down, being shat on by other adults, being physically assaulted, and people thinking, oh, well, who's going to say that because the person was popular? Now it's like, and their family was in the NFL. There were a number of people at my school who had people in NBA, NFL. And 2 of them were in my class. And for these people, they felt like if anything about them came up, so one day I beat this nigga ass. NFL, no NFL. Beat his ass. But guess what? Then I became the villain overnight. It's like I went from being pleased. I've gotten into fights before I moved out here, but I never fought just for existing. You understand? Well, when I went to the private Muslim school, okay, there's so many things to it. I'm going to just piggyback on this. I knew I could beat these people up. I used to say it to myself, man, I'm like, if I really wanted, I could really beat this guy. But why? It takes so much for me to have to take my hand and to do that to you. You want me to hit you? Well, when that time we were going to Juma, it was one Friday, I had enough. I had on a bootleg Tommy Hilfiger jacket, I'll never forget. It was red. It was a bubble, like a puff jacket, like one of those big puff jackets. And I was always kind of a weirdo in that way, because even as a kid in Arizona, now this is something that y'all don't think was probably weird, but see, this is what Billie Eilish wants to be, but she isn't. In Arizona, I had a bubble coat. We had a heat wave, and I wore that coat day in and day out. At the top of the heat, I wore that bubble coat. Recess, I wore my bubble coat. I did all my activities in my bubble coat. So I love me a sickening bubble coat. So anyway, so I had my bubble coat on, and I had already been abused at this school. Once we moved to Georgia, I had already been abused. Already mishandled, mistreated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. Juma, this guy, the same bully, that's why I want to play that game. Maybe it's because I see myself in it. I don't know. But anyway, so this same asshole who has been literally putting his hands on me, him and his little clique, because see, after that, they didn't want to fuck with me. Because they saw that I beat up the leader, and I beat him up badly, like very bad. To the point where it took like 8 people to get me up off this man. We went, the fight went from all the way, let me paint you a picture how the school was. So to get to the front door of the entrance of the school, you got to walk up this hill, right? And there's a playground in the front to your, I guess the whole thing could be considered a playground, but the gymnasium and all that is to your right, little sidewalk leading you up. And then on the other side of that is, and at that time, the playground used to just be like wood chips. They put like little wood chips out there. Baby, he was picking on another little kid. And that's how I know. I'm like, I'm not going to take my fight, because the thing about it is, I did what was natural to me. And the thing about it was, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but it was easier for me to fight for that kid than for me to fight for me. I don't know why that was, but it was just when I saw what he was doing, and even though I could have did that when he did it to me, because when he was doing it to me, I never really, it was more like, I don't want to beat you up. Why are you doing this? And so, but anyway, Juma, so now he's picking on this other little kid, and he was like going in. And I said, brother, I'm going to say this nigga name. Not that it matters, but there's so many, but then again, you probably could connect the dots, but irrelevant. The point is, I'm like, brother such and such. You got to go and praise God. It's Juma. He grabbed me by my bubble coat and started like shaking me real quick, calling me a faggot and stuff, and shaking me to where I was like, I blacked on him. That was it. I black on this nigga. I'm telling you, the fight, that fight went on, because I was like, that was for all the abuse, all the tears, all the everything. Beat this nigga ass. And when I say I beat him. I'm talking about whooped him in the schoolyard, whooped him in the parking lot, brought him back into the schoolyard, whooped him some more. Then we fell back down the hill, whooped him some more. This is what you call a dragging. People say dragging and it don't really be dragging. A dragging is what happened to him. Because we started in one location, I was and all the way down the hill, the whole way down. It was nonstop. Firing at this nigga. Firing. Nonstop. In this nigga face. People trying to grab my arms and shit. I'm like, oh no, nigga. And I'm like, literally like, I'm getting niggas off me. Nigga, if I beat you too, get off me. But you understand what I'm saying? Somehow, me seeing him do that to another child put something in you. I'm like, nope, you are a bad person. We might be kids, but you are not nice. And I'm gonna beat you. And I beat him so good. And let me tell you something else. That same day, we went to Juma. This nigga said to me, he wrote me a note. He said, can we please just be friends? Because when I get home, I'm going to get it beaten anyway. That's what he said to me. And even though I was pissed off, just seeing him realize he can't fuck with me no more, I said, I'm not going to hold no grudge. Like, don't cause me, you won't have no problems. I'm not like you. I don't just jump on people for no reason. That's what you do. So you never have to worry about me putting my hands on you so long as you don't touch me or bully nobody else in my presence. You know I'm not gonna stand for that. Like, especially after that, I'm like, nope, it's over with. And to see how everybody was like, because we had all the security, it took like 8 niggas to stop that shit. It was so much pain. And I was just unleashing on this nigga. And so then, but what happened was, it was such a big fight. I mean, that people was talking about that shit for a long time. Oh, I'm fucking with Quadir. And then suddenly I became crazy. That's nothing I remember. Oh, Quadir is crazy. He'll black on you. Like, now because I beat him, I'm still a villain because I'm crazy now. And then another thing was, I got penalized, not him. Can you imagine that? So whatever. But that's the kind of shit that I deal with. So when people say, "Oh, I wish," that's Blade in the Mess. Is that? Do you really want it? You really want it? Can you? Growing up, I remember sometimes when I would see my parents physically fight. Another thing I remember, I don't know why it's always been that way for me. You know how you watch a movie sometimes and a child's parents are fighting and they'll sit in the corner and just cry? I was the kind of person, when I saw my mom fighting with my father, I jumped into the fight to break them up. Because I always just felt like if they see me in the middle, they'll stop. Because they realize we'll hurt him. He's a tiny person and he's pushing us apart, trying to make us see that he's there to stop this. And it would work most of the time, you know what I'm saying? One time though, I was helping my mom beat up my dad only because I felt he was wrong. And I felt like, how dare you? How dare you, Dad? I love you, but you are wrong. You are so wrong. And I just felt like you had your girlfriend and you. And when I saw that mommy was fighting with my father, she beat that bitch ass, with all due respect. She did. She beat her ass. But what the point was, when I saw that my dad, like, you really trying to defend this bitch? Bye-bye. I ran so fast down that hill and jumped into that fight. Girl, please. That's me. Like, I realize now, I'm like, either you have that in you or you don't. Because when I really think about it, I remember even when my father left, my mom was crying one night, and I could not sleep because I kept hearing her cry, and I was just so disturbed because I could hear her heart was so broken. The whole thing was just so devastating. And well, anyway, make a long story short, when she decided to cut it short, when she decided she was going to grab, because I wouldn't go to sleep, she's like, "Hunter, go to bed. I'm okay. I said, Mommy, I kept asking, are you okay? Mommy, are you okay? And when I heard her, because she was all the way down the hallway, her room. When I heard her, like, she was putting her jacket on, I said, "Girl, please, girl, put my slippers on. If we taking a trip, where we going? Where are we going? Because you're not about to go through this alone." So, and here's how I felt. Because I could see that she was in a thing, like, oh, that thing where it's like, you don't know what a person's going to do? I could see that, but she was the queen. So I'm like, whatever it's going to be, it's going to happen to us both. So if it's that bad that you feel like you're about to kill yourself, which I knew she wasn't going to do that, but I mean, you never know. I'm thinking that means we both about to go. Because I'm not going to let you ride in this car and just drive yourself off a cliff. If that's the case, you're going to have to see my face and realize what you're doing. You're going to have to speed this car off the mountain with me in it. And you have to see me in terror and all of that. But you're not doing this alone. And then I remember we got in the car. She was crying. I'm crying with her. Because I was very perceptive of her pain and why she was feeling that way. I understood it. And so it was just, I remember it just being so emotional. I'm like, because the fact that my mother had so much pain and there was so much trauma around my father, and specifically, I mean, it goes so deep. But what I'm saying is, you would never know that by just talking to my mom, all what she's been through, because she was just so, I mean, a true child of God. And I'm like, that's why I always say, God, thank you. Because, oh, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like, I love my dad, but you were dead ass wrong, man. Across the board, just pretty much on everything that you did. There's some things you did right, but then there's a lot of shit you did wrong. And to see my mom and how I'm like, how do you stay? And even like, there were moments where I felt like she was in her depression, like after that, but she literally did everything to get out of it. Self-help books, meditation, praying, and I'm like, this is a woman who wants to be healed from this and who doesn't want to sit there and let this be the reason why her whole life goes downhill. And I respected her for knowing and having been there through that trauma, and to see her pick up her life and say, I'm starting over and I'm I'm not going to let this man destroy my life. I think that's like, I just admire her so much for making choices like that. Oh, because it's not easy, man. And I'm telling you right now, that day when we hopped in, that night when we hopped into that car, maybe early morning, and I'll tell you another thing. I want to even say this might have been around Ramadan, because I remember we woke up, let me tell you what she did. Even though we were all very young, she took us, and I didn't think she was going to do that, and guess what? I was never going to talk about it. I didn't mention it, and I wasn't going to mention it, because they were asleep, they don't know what happened. I wouldn't want to mention that to them. She is the one who said, I just have to say that and it's like, she was like, I just have to say that last night, Quadira was my angel. I remember that. Because she was like, I don't know what I was going to do. And she was like, I don't know what I was going to do. I was just going to, I don't know, drive myself to, I think one thing she said, she was like, I was thinking about driving myself to a hospital. I guess to commit herself, like, so she wouldn't do nothing crazy or something. And she was like, he would not let me go. And I remember when we got in the car, we were driving really fast. I just remember like crying with her and just whatever it was going to be, we in it. And then on the highway, we just pulled over to the side of the road and then we just cried together. And we hugged. And I just wanted her to know it's like, it's okay. It's okay. You tried with him. And it is not your fault. And I love you, and I'm here, and you are not alone. And for her to acknowledge that, like, because I'm like, this is the queen. I'm not gonna tell nobody this because I don't want them thinking that my dad won or beat her, or that this bitch broke my mom. Fuck her. With all due respect, like fuck her. So I was just gonna like not say nothing about it. But when she was like, he was my angel. He would not. For her to publicly say that, and it was just, I could, when I think about that, I'm like, it's like things like that. I'm like, that's the reason why why I'm like this. Because the stuff that other people are afraid to do, I'm not. I'm not afraid to go there with you. I can cry with you. And in fact, to me, I feel like, when that's happening, it's very healing, especially when the person's not judging you, where it's like, okay, they're not looking at you like, I love her. I know she's proud of me. And I know that she's just so excited for me. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry that I know you're watching. I'm just sorry it didn't happen while you were here. But thank you for everything what you've done for me, Mommy. Because I would not be here without God and my mom. I know it's like, y'all just don't know everything what I've been through. So much has happened to me. Some things I talk about, some things I haven't, but I'm telling you, a lot of things have happened to me. And the only person I had in the physical really was my mom, who I knew I could talk to. And she never judged me. She always wanted me to be okay. And that was her thing. I don't want nothing to happen to my baby. I look at the pictures, and pictures where she's holding me. And I think, the way I'm looking at her, she was my best friend from the beginning. Really. I'm just trying to make y'all proud, her proud, myself, God, and do what I know I'm supposed to do. And every time I look at her picture and I see her with that smile, I'm just like, I know she's proud of me. And I know if she were here, she would be crying. In fact, I found some of her Polaroids from Hajj, Saudi Arabia, and there was a picture of her praying, and she was crying. And when I see that, I felt like God wanted me to see that because I feel like that's what she's doing. I feel like she's praying over me and crying at what's happening. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, thanking all the people who are trying to help me. Because, she told other people in my family, don't please look out for him because he's going to need help. Like, this is going to be so hard for him. And they did not help me. It's okay because I know it's going to be okay. But I'm just saying it's like strangers are helping me. And you know what I'm saying, man? Like, okay. I'm just like, I know she's crying and just thanking y'all for like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I know my mom and I just know how she like so bad wanted to see this happen and just wanted to see for all of the sacrifices for everything that happened. And I just know, like, there's so much that she said. Like, she just had no clue. So much what she said. But one thing you should know is she felt like she knew the importance of y'all to me. And that's why she made me promise you have to keep going because your people need you. And so, part of it is like, I know that by me doing what I'm supposed to do too, I know that, and then he was like, oh, you should know. I know that that's what I'm supposed to be doing because I just know. It's like she told me what she knew I needed to hear to keep me in the fight. Because to lose her was such a major thing for me. It was just like, mm, 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 mm. Okay, how did that even come up? I was talking on something. My mom talking about her anytime, especially when I really go into it. It's just so easy for me because it's I love her so much. And if y'all knew her, for those of you who experienced her before she passed, so far as the videos, that was nothing compared to what it was like. She was so kind and so humble and so sweet. It's so like forgiving and just all the things that I want to be more. Like I feel like I have some things, but then other things when it comes to like something like, oh, forgiving this bitch, giving her the chance. No, I'm not. Mommy, because you're not a forget. I love that you're that way, and I can respect that. But I admired that about her that she was really that way, like loving, God fearing, like community based. So like wanting people to have financial freedom, wanting people to be free, investing in people, like helping people, moving people into her home so that they can go to college. And I told her, I said, Mommy, I think that's a bad idea, but she still did it anyway. It was a bad idea, but she did it anyway because in her heart, she felt like I have a house. And that's the reason why I know that's how she wants me to use this house. That's what she did. Like, I know. That's why I like wearing makeup, because then if you cry, it's like all this shit. I hate this. I'm too low maintenance for shit like this. Where it's like, oh, now you have. It don't matter, bitch. If you sitting there, bitch, you sitting there regardless. But you understand the point. But I just feel like how we would go to Walmart and if she found a penny, I'm not even kidding you. It could be a penny. And she would stop, I'm a money magnet, I'm a money. And it used to embarrass me, but I never said, like, I was just like, oh God, here she goes. And I grew to love it because I'm like, you know what? It's because she knows what it's like to go without. And she's so thankful. And anything that comes her way that gravitates towards her, she's so grateful. She needs God to know, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, just like a child, like there was something childlike, like something like she believes, she knows things are gonna work out. You just have to believe, kind of thing. And I'm like, so much of my belief was just watching her be so much that way. Like, you really are like that. You really are like that. Like, you really do feel this way. And it's like, when she got sick, Oh my gosh. Oh. And I just want to, for everything what you sacrificed, mommy, I want to make you proud and do what I know I can do and what I'm supposed to do is all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling y'all, man, I've been through too much. I cannot return back to God and not do what I said I was coming here to do. When I came into this world and the devil was fighting me from the beginning, before I was even born, they slammed my mother on her stomach at this mall. Talking about shoplifting. My mom's not a thief. Now, my sister is a different story, but that's a different story. The point is, she could have lost me then. She had 3 miscarriages before me. Literally, I was the 4th pregnancy, but on me, it look at this squirrel. So it's like she's pregnant. She's telling you she's pregnant. That's the devil. The devil. You want to be dead from the beginning. And I feel like my mom sacrificed for me, did so much for me. Cannot. I have to fight. I have to fight. And God knew. God knows me so well. It's like I can go on and on about this and I won't. But God knows me so well. Like, if we put him in this position with a woman that loves him truly in this way and fights for him in this way, he's gonna, like, I know, I can't even explain it. It's something that it's in my head. And it's like, God knew it was time for her to come home. It's all a part of the hero's journey, man. This is all a part of it. It's like, it only makes sense. It's like, yeah, you would say, oh, I didn't want that to happen, but you have to understand that it had to happen because that's a part of the story. Like, that's a part of when God has his way and God gets the glory off of me, that's what's going to change lives, man. And you can't come in here, you have to come in there with some real pain and something real to share and something real to say. You know what? I was on my last. I didn't fall. These girls wanted to see me dead. They wanted to see me dead. They did everything they could. Still, I rise. Like, it's so poetic. It's so poetic. It's all God. And like I was saying the other day, this is literally all God. Somebody might say, oh, da da da, but no. God could have gave my talent to anybody. God could have put anybody in this body. I could be a totally different person. You would never even know me. But my soul ended up in this body. To exist in this thing, the world, we think this thing we call life, like all these experiences, and God knew he can handle it. If he can just believe me in those God winks that I'm giving him, if he could just understand and perceive what I'm doing in his life, he will understand. He's gonna have to suffer for me. And I'm so sorry that I have to do that to you. I know that God did not take pleasure in my pain. But even though it hurt God to put me in there and allow certain things to happen to me, God knew me better than I knew myself. And knew how I would internalize that and make it into art and change other people's lives and not let it in me. Everyone can't go through that. That's fine. I realize now I had to. So that I can. I just feel like I'm so grateful. I thank you all. I thank my mother. I thank my ancestors and all the people who had to exist. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I'm blessed. I'm crying. That's not a negative thing. I'm not crying because I'm like upset. It's just because I get it, God. I'm with you. I know mommy's with you. And I know that she is so proud of me. She's proud of my team, my audience, and I know she's thankful to y'all. I promise you, I knew this woman so well. I promise you, if she could say something to y'all right now and just have her voice be heard, she would thank y'all. I promise you she would. Because her main thing was, Quadira, please don't let this end you. Like, because she knew how important she was to me. And she just needed me to be okay. Like, are you going to be okay, Quadira? And I mean, it's like, yes, I'm going to be okay. But right now, I can't think about me, Mommy. I can think about you and being here with you. You're my best friend. And really just being with you. I would hold her hands. And like, even now, sometimes because why I did that, when I say remember this moment, here's why. I would grab her hands and I would close my eyes, almost like a blind person, and feel her knuckles and her fingers and her nails. And now it's like when I close my eyes now, if it's something where I'm getting anxious and I grab my hand, I'm not grabbing my hands, just grab my hands. It's like I'm holding my mother's hand because I know what her hands feel like still. And I do it regularly because I don't want to forget. You know what I'm saying? Like how she felt. And I just can't say it enough. Like she was everything for me. So good as a person. Like you just have to, it's like I say it as much as I want it to see it. It's like you really are this person. People like to pretend to be a certain way. You really are like this. My mother, I got lucky to be paired with a woman who has so much integrity and cares and like makes mistakes but can own it and is just always wanting to grow and be better and help other people be better. Opening her home, cooking, donating blood, just so many things. Like even before like things got tight, because she would just do that just because like she felt like, what can I do? Oh, so good as a person. God, I said I was done, and now here I go. It's like, it's just easy. If she comes up, it's just very easy for me. Because it's just like, I knew her. It's like in her glasses. She was so quirky, too. It's like, she was like, so if it was Ramadan and it was Eid, she would get dressed up. But like, if she was going somewhere, she would do a semi-dress up. It's funny, she used to have hundreds of hats. I mean, a lot of hats. Scarves, hats. But they were always so quirky. And people say, oh my God, your mom, she used to have like this hat that was like this really big circular hat, but it had all these prints on it. And she had to, I loved when she wore her hat. And in the front, she would have her curls, but it was like this big saucer thing that kind of was like surrounding her head and like covering her hair, but then like just a little bit of hair. It's just, and I know my siblings used to be like, oh my God, Mommy and her hats embarrass me. But I'm like, no, Mommy is her own person and Mommy is an individual and Mommy has style. And I love Mommy's style. And she's had this other hat where it was like kind of like a bucket hat, but then it had like a million strings on it. You know what I mean? Like it was like this leopard thing and it had like a million strings on it. And I remember just my siblings being like, oh my God, Mommy is so quirky. And like, word. Hold on a second, fam. Hola. It's going so good. Look, check it out. I'm doing a live right now. I'm probably gonna wrap it up in a little bit, God willing. I'm gonna call you right back, okay? Okay. All right. Awesome sauce. Okay, you guys. That was my videographer, who was amazing. I gotta get ready to wrap up. I gotta get ready to make some more business phone calls. Hustling for us, man. Hustling for the team. That's what this is. And you can cry, because there's nothing wrong with crying. It's just you got to keep moving forward. That's what my mother would want. That's what God wants. That's what you on the inside know you have to do. You have to. I'm telling you right now, I promise you. I promise you. When this thing is over with, you'll be so thankful that you did. You wouldn't change a thing. You got to listen to your heart. You got to listen to God. You got to listen to what the ancestors, when they're trying to lead you and tell you what's really going on, perceive them. Hear them, understand them. Movies, songs, friends, conversations, different things that will be said, perceive them. And know that life is changing right in front of your face. You're not coming to the event. You are the event. You're in it. It's happening right now. Anyway, I gotta get ready to go. I love you guys so much. You understand what I'm saying? None of this is happening just because of me. It's all happening because of God, the team, y'all believing in me, even when people try to clown me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all believed in me still. And I love you so much. And can you just know that this is honestly and sincerely, truly just the beginning, meaning it's about to get crazy for us in the best way. And I want y'all to remember what this was like. Because this is where the power of the story is. What God are you praising that could keep you holding on for that long? People will want to know. What was it that what? And that's how we're going to bring these girls back in. Like, you're going to see the power. Like, the power is, this shit is real, man. You're going to see the power. And the fact that my manager is so God-fearing, I love, because then I don't be feeling nervous to talk to her about God and stuff. And like, everything I said, she understood everything. There was nothing I said she did not understand. Nothing. Not a single thing. Every single thing I said about God, she agreed with, understood, affirmed me, let me know, like, yeah, we're going to make sure we handle you with integrity, she said. We're going to get you where you want to be, baby. Don't worry. I'll tell you one thing. She said, first, we're going to get you to 1 million followers. I'm like, just even hearing her say that with so much confidence, like, girl, please, we're going to get you to 1 million followers. And we're going to do. And then we're going to, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's like, it was just crazy sitting in a meeting and hear somebody talk about me. I've never heard nobody talk about me like that, like in serious. Like, okay, where's your phone? Let me see. Okay, so we got to have this on this. We got to get this on that. Okay, I'm going to make a phone call, get that done. I got to get this done. We got to do this. Then I'm flying out to LA to get that done. It's like, this is really happening, isn't it? You go your whole life, your entire life feeling like it's like deep down inside, you know, it's not like, because people say, my dear, why do you be feeling like you're alone? You know, because when people see me, it's like, oh, people like you. People talk to you. You're sociable. Hey, that's because they don't really understand my heart. They don't really know me, really. That's why they don't understand, kind of, what I'm trying to say. Which is, as social as people may perceive me to be, it can still be very lonely, you understand? And you feel, you go a whole lifetime, and then after mommy passed away, it's like, wow, I'm really alone for real, you know what I'm saying? I don't talk to my dad. My mom is gone. I don't deal with my siblings. I don't deal with my family, really. I mean, I deal with certain family members, but even in that, we don't talk often. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay, but it's just for me to say that you go 1 minute, nothing, or slow. And then the next minute, management, this artist, that artist, like different things occurring. And then the next thing you know, it's like, how did this just happen like this? And then things just overnight different. Literally, you blink. It's almost like, here's how I see it. I see a clock, right? And let's just, to make it simple, let's just say the hand is leading towards the 12. And then you blink as soon as it gets to 12. And when your eyes open, you get a phone call. And this phone call literally is about to change your life. That means that you literally blinked and your life changed upon a blinking. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like at 11:59, nothing was happening for me. And then at 12 o'clock, I got a call from Clive Davis. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying, you know, in a split second, your whole life can change. And I need you to know that and believe me. I'm just making crap, I'm just telling you the truth. You have to know that you are a child of God. And that even if you feel alone right now, I'm telling you, you can blink. You can go to sleep and wake up and shit be totally different for you. Humans struggle to make change sometimes. God don't struggle. God don't operate from lack. We have to arrive for ourselves before God can release certain blessings into our life. We have to hit certain checkpoints. We have to go through certain growing pains. We have to go through certain critiques and criticisms, being ostracized and made fun of. Different levels for different girls. But on the day where God calls for you, there ain't a man on this planet, man, woman, child, demon, spawn, nobody can stop servant of God. No man can make what the Lord says break. You can say, oh, I'm watching the door, I'm gatekeeping the door, so we have to build a stronger lock. But if God says that I'm going to be in that room, You could be in Fort Knox for all I give a fuck. I'm gonna be in that room. I don't give a fuck if it was the Pentagon. I'm gonna be in that room. And you gotta know that. The power in you, the power in God. What naturally is in your heart. You understand what I'm saying? You know what it is. I can't tell you. You know. I really want to be a vet, but I'm doing this dead-end job. I really want to be a painter, but I'm doing this. I can't tell you how. I can just tell you that. I can just tell you that. If you follow the ancestors, those God wings, when God is trying to gently pull you in a certain direction, and don't resist him. Don't resist. Because I'm telling you, you give these niggas chances. Why can't you give God a chance? You done gave all these bum-ass niggas a chance to lead you off a cliff, to take all your money, to fuck up your credit. You get what I mean? What I'm telling you is, give the Father a chance to really do his work on you. What you got to lose? A lot of us are already so spiritually broke down and in the abyss, feeling like we just going further and further away. The island, the coast has been out of you. You've been away from the coast. You see how you see this beach right here? You see how you see this beach? All of this beach? You've been off the coast. You've been off the coast. What do you have to lose? You ain't calling Jacob. You ain't calling Blake. You ain't calling Michelle. They're not coming out there. It's too far for them. What do you have to? That's all I'm saying. I'm like, God, I'm with you. I'm telling you, the world's about to see. They're gonna see, and the events are gonna start unfolding where you can see that it's God. Like certain things are gonna start happening where it's gonna seem like these are the signs. And how I know is because God told me. Which is why I'm trying to bring as many girls as I can. It feels like Noah's Ark again or something. I'm like, what's about to happen? All I know is we got to keep moving forward until that time comes. Every child of God that I can pull onto this boat, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Some girls ain't going to come. That's okay. I'm not even upset. But for the girls that want to come, there is room for you. There is room for you. And room will be made. Your gift. Oh, gosh. How they say your gift will make room for you. I can go on and on. I'm not going to keep going. I just want you to know I love you. I thank you. I honor y'all. Like, this ain't going to change. We're going to get to the top and we're going to change. We're going to change this whole fucking industry, bitch. You're going to say, oh, that's impossible. Okay. All right. You keep doubting. All the God-fearing children will be over here. You keep doubting over there. And, yeah. Because we're going to change the world. We're going to do God's work, man. And when you see that it's the truth, why go back? Like, it's almost like, fuck these humans, these carnal people. It's like, these girls want to just cater to the lowest frequency that you have. They want to keep you from working on your craft. They want to keep you in your phone. They want to keep you away from other people. They want to keep you doubting yourself. They want to keep you believing that, how will it happen for me? How will it work for me? These niggas are liars. Okay? You just have to know. You gotta know, man. Liars, these people. Stop believing them. They lie. That's all they fucking do. I mean it. We just talked about Billie Eilish, but we can go from art to politics, from politics to medicine, from medicine to fucking, like, law, lawyers. These niggas, all they do is lie. I want to get you doped up. You can't smoke weed, but they can put you on opiates. Get you hooked on to painkillers and all other kind of other things. These niggas lie. They give a fuck about us, the drug. As long as they can get a profit off your life, they will get a nickel, a dime, a whole fucking dollar off your motherfucking head, bitch. And I give two fucks about, oh, she can't afford her cancer treatment. Oh, she can't afford her lights. Cut them off. Cut them off. You rather listen to a nigga like that? Fuck these niggas in real time. You understand? There's no more apologies. Fuck them. We're not apologizing for seeing the truth, for knowing who these niggas are, for knowing how, just corrupt, destitute, nasty. The cesspool is just beyond. Trust me. Okay, I'm getting too worked up. Let me go. I gotta make a phone call. I love you guys so much. Continue to pray for me. Just because good things are happening don't mean I don't need your prayers. Don't mean I don't need you praying for me and really sincerely like asking God to continue to keep favor on me. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, because bitch, you don't know. You have to still pray and be humble and just know. Like, don't be getting too big, bitch. You know how it is. So I love you guys so much. Can I can go on and on about how amazing y'all are. Y'all are so amazing. You rock my world beyond. There really aren't words. I feel like I've been trying to put words to it, but it's a feeling. It's a feeling that I feel when I think about y'all, where it's like, that's the reason why I'm willing to lay my physical body on the line for this. Because one day, it's just, period. I'm not going to be here forever. So, what makes more sense? And someone can say, oh, Claudia, that's too much. Maybe, but that's why my journey is not for everybody, boo. God picked me for this because he knows that I mean it. You could die for the children of God, or you could just die for no reason. And I understand what God is saying. Like, it's your life and your passing is all going to mean something. You'll see. We'll see. Can't go any deeper into it, but I'll just let you know that much. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally in. Because I'm like, girl, this is God. What am I saying? No. Absolutely. It's an honor. You chose me. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Absolutely. I'm here. I'm there. What do you need me to do? Who am I reaching out to? How do I have to reach out to them? What do I need to say? What do your children need to hear? I don't know. I know what you said to me to get me to see it, but I'm me. I've been talking about 3 since I was a kid. I love you guys so much. Let me sign off. So much good stuff is happening. Not just here, but also for you. Can you believe me when I tell you that? And even if someone's in the hospital, if it's looking bad, you have to be able to perceive what's happening with this. What is this really? And don't let it go to waste. God, that's the worst. When something is in vain, when somebody passes away and you can understand why it happened, it almost makes it feel like, okay, I get like it. You still will miss the person, but you understand it. But when they pass away and you can't perceive why they passed, and you just feel like that God took something from you and hurt you and did that to you, that turns to bitterness and resentment. And now you're upset with the wrong person, the wrong being, the wrong entity. First of all, mommy is still here. My tears are because I can't hug her how I'm used to. But I feel her every day. Talk to her every day. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at God. I was disappointed in my family that I felt they didn't honor the covenant that they made with mommy, but I'm not mad at her or God. That's human error. But mommy said, there's so much beauty in my cancer. There's so many blessings. Who says that? Sabrina. Who understood that this has to happen and it's gonna, and don't let it take you under. Put it into your art. Let it guide you. Like, what a woman. Jesus. Oh my God. So please don't be dismayed. And don't be feeling like, oh, my time is never coming. I know what that feels like. Trust me, I do. But it's coming. It's coming. And in fact, it might be coming sooner than you know. What you gonna do when it comes? Are you even ready for what you want? That's the thing too. It's almost like, girl, it's coming. The question is, are you even ready? Are you? Are you ready for what you say you want? Because it's on its way. I'm telling you that, but you have to also believe. When I say that, do you believe it? Or is it just going in? All right. Okay, I keep going on and on. I keep trying to wrap it up, but I feel like God keeps throwing little things for me to say, and I have to obey, but I just need y'all to know how important you are. I want to say I'm so thankful. I want to say I'm so honored. I want to say I'm going to keep hustling for the team. By the grace, I'm going to keep making y'all proud. Mommy, the ancestors, God. I'm just so honored to be in this position and to be at this point in my career where I'm finally about to see things like all what we've been talking about, Mommy and I, like, it's about to happen. It's just crazy. It's happening. Not about to, it's happening. I love you guys. Don't forget, I don't know, okay, the thing, sow a seed. I'm about to go. I love you so much. You already know the drill. Via Siblan, Ja'alita Galisam, the best will always come through. And as always, until next time, baby. That's all there is. Bye, family. I love you so much. I love you.